What's up? Welcome to the first episode on Stanford's mobile detailing YouTube channel. Today we're going to be washing this Buick Envision, and the customer just wanted a basic inside and out done to the car, so we're going to get that done. And come along for the ride. This is how I do my wheels. So what I do is I spray a little bit of an all-purpose cleaner on the outside and just lightly mist the inside, depending on what kind of rim it is. Some rims are a little more delicate than others, so there is some times where you want to be just a little more careful with what you're using, how you're using it, because obviously you don't want to damage the customer's vehicle, because then, one, that's an insurance claim, so it's probably not the best for your business. It just looks bad on the company, so again, it's just not the best for your business. I like to get the outside of the tire. In between stuff with this brush, the emblem, the lug nuts. This is some of the places that some of these bigger detailers miss, is that they don't get the lug nut area. They don't get certain things that if you don't get, it makes the car look bad. And at first glance, it might not be noticeable, but a client coming out, they're going to really inspect the car because they want to see the work. And I always rinse from top to bottom, just to keep splashing out of the equation. And I'll look at the tire, I say, okay, there's a few more intricate spots, so I'll take the brush and I'll get into those more spots where I gotta get, intimate with that area. Boom. Already looks better with force, and I'm gonna go do that on the rest of the wheels. We're going to take this. It's time to move on to the wash process. So now what I like to do is spray a little bit of an APC on the bottom, because as you see, there's a lot of different, bugs, rocks, whatever, that flew in, got stuck in the paint or into the clear coat. So we're just going to give this a little spray. Really the front, and I like doing here too, because just saves extra elbow grease that I low-key don't need to use. Get the back, go over here, get behind the tire, get this area. Alright, you just really want to get areas that just get we're going to hook up our foam cannon, and we're going to foam the whole car from top to bottom. Alright, that was the pre-wash. Now we're going to go around with the foam cannon one more time, and then we're going to hit it with the contact wash, rinse it off, dry it, and we'll be done. And then what I'll do is when I reach the bottom of a panel, I'll make sure to get it really good, and I'll flip it to the other side. So now I'm not dragging all the contaminants that are on one panel to the other panel, scratching it, right? We want to limit scratches, stuff like that, right? That doesn't mean they're always not going to happen, but we can limit them by just being smart, you know? Sun part first, right? And you already see all the water just beating up. All right, spray it on the window, and we're gonna pull. Wow, look at that. And you want to almost put no pressure but the rag itself on the car, because then you get chances of scratching, and you know, as a detailer, scratching isn't really, you know, we don't want that on our clients' vehicles. Looks bad on us, right? So we want to keep their vehicle as safe and wash it as safe as we possibly can. I use a lot of my interior products are PNS Express or PNS detailing products. This is PNS Express. And I know a lot of detailers that like doing the vacuuming first because, I mean, look at the floor, right? They like doing the vacuuming first, but I like doing it last because then if I'm wiping the dashboard, stuff will fall on the floor. If I'm cleaning the seats, stuff will fall on the floor, and then I just redo it. So I like to clean most of the interior, vacuum the floors, and then I like to clean the rest of the car, and after I just go over with a light vacuum. This is a lot of spot people miss on these cars, is in here. You really want to get in there, and if you have to, use a brush to get all that stuck stuff out. Then, this is also another place people miss, is in here, right? You want to pull the car back. This is why you ask for the keys. Pull this back, and you want to wipe down in here, right? Because this isn't here when you're driving. It's here or here. So the customer sees all of this all the time, and you want to make sure everything that they see is perfectly clean. This is what I've also noticed, right? We want to get spots like this because that just makes the car look so much better. Now we can prepare by pulling out all the rugs. There's a rag under there. Shake them out first, and then I just set them face up right next to where it's at, and then I'll move it to somewhere so I can vacuum it. We'll go on the other side over here. Let's stick this in here for now. Pop this up, pull it out, shake it out, slap it down. Let's just put that right there. And then you got this rug. This rug, man, goes all the way across. So I'll fold it, grab it, shake it a little bit, face up, boom. Here's a trick. If you spray the carpet with something, it releases the fibers, and you can vacuum everything up almost on your first try. Vacuuming is complete. Look at that. Look at how clean the floors look. I just vacuumed it, but there's one last place that people miss, and it's in these cracks and crevices. Look at all that dirt. Sometimes they get really bad, right? But then when people sit on the cushions, it'll come out, it'll come back onto the seat. So you want to make sure that you pull back these and you vacuum in between them. Here's the final look. That's going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. And it's hot in here, so I'm going to get to going. But remember to always work in excellence like you're working unto God. Let everything you do breathe God. And thank God for the position I'm in now. And yeah, if you want to book with Stanford's Mobile Detailing, hit me up on Instagram at Stanford Mobile Detailing. Yeah, I want to let you know that God loves you, that I love you, and that there's nothing you can do about it. See ya.